Hey everybody, thanks for coming back to the channel, or if you're new, thanks for popping in and seeing what it's all about. I am your carnivore curmudgeon, and just so you know, I am a real carnivore, but I am not a real curmudgeon, mostly. And of course, January is World Carnivore Month, and I thought I'd share with you some of the things I've been enjoying to celebrate World Carnivore Month as I resist veganuary and eat the meat. And I think you'll see in this video that I really turned it up a notch on eating the eggs too. Beef was definitely the star of the show this last couple of weeks. Lots of ground beef, ground venison. Enjoyed some very delicious fatty steaks several times. And you know, one of the things I've especially enjoyed is this Redmond real salt and his little brother, Redmond smoked real salt, which just adds a nice smoky flavor, not on everything, but on certain things. And as I said, I really turned it up a notch on the eggs. Lots of eggs in lots of different ways this last couple of weeks. Not really on purpose, just worked out that way. For the most part, in a really delicious way, but every now and then, not so good. Like for instance, I enjoyed this delicious plate with some beef fat and a really nice air-fried sirloin steak. Also had a Swiss and lamb burger, little pork chop, and a big fail on these soft-boiled eggs. The whites disintegrated on me. Had a nice cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger omelet with some lamb shank and some butter, because butter makes everything better. Had several scrambles this last couple of weeks too. Here's some smoked venison sausage that I made. You can see that in a different video. This sausage has been really good, and it pairs perfect with eggs. Sometimes with cheese, sometimes without, and a little butter. And you know, this is one of my favorite ways to eat eggs. I like to make these eggs in these little perfect rounds. I don't know if I have OCD or what, but they just looked so nice and neat, and they taste terrific like any egg would. They go well with stuff like this lamb burger and this ground beef underneath. And one of my favorite meals this last couple of weeks was this perfectly cooked ribeye with some eggs, and then I had this colossal sized shrimp that I actually put some brown butter on. It was the best. Didn't think to take a picture of it, but I had some hard-boiled eggs with some tuna fish. I just mixed it all together in a bowl. Didn't even use any condiments. I was pretty hungry, so it tasted great. Didn't think to get a picture of it as it was all mixed up in the bowl, but I don't know that it really would look that great. Another way I really like eggs, amongst all the other ways, is soft-boiled. I like to take my soft-boiled eggs and put them in the hot water with a slotted spoon after it's already boiling. Now this was a cold egg out of the refrigerator, not room temperature. And when they're cold, I cook them for 7 minutes. But when they're room temperature, I cook them for 6 minutes. And it's a crapshoot. You never know when you're gonna get a perfectly soft-boiled egg with that egg white set up real nice, or when you're gonna get something that disintegrates when you try to peel it. But that jammy yolk, when it runs down over something as delicious as, say, a cheddar ground beef bowl, it's just really excellent in my book. And here's my version of beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. I think Dr. Ken Berry would be proud of this plate. If you don't watch his videos, please do yourself a favor. He's a wealth of information. And oh my, what's this, more eggs? I had fried eggs one night. 5 of them. That's a lot of eggs for me at one sitting. And I know, there's lots of guys out there that are thinking, oh, 5 eggs? Oh, bruh, I can eat 5 eggs while I'm thinking how many eggs I'm gonna cook for dinner. But that's just not me. 5 or 6 is usually the max, and that's usually when I have just eggs. But in this instance, I had 5 eggs with some homemade chicken sausage, breakfast style sausage, and some beef fat. And last week I finished up my third 30-hour class that I had to take, and it's the last of the classes. And I celebrated with some carnivore ice cream. Super simple to make, just some heavy whipping cream, an egg, and a little vanilla in an ice cream maker. It was good. And this picture is, oh dear, what a night. Venison 3 different ways. I had some venison bites in brown butter on top of some scrambled eggs. I had a marinated venison steak that I air fried, and just a venison steak with some salt that I also air fried. And I put a little additional beef fat on there because that venison was so lean. All of it was terrific. And breakfast at my desk, which I affectionately call Deskfast, was some of those terrific egg rounds with some butter on top of some ground venison in this particular bowl. And most recently I had some ground beef with some trash cheese, as the Carnivorous Chef calls it, rightly so, and a rack of ribs that I cooked in the Instant Pot and then finished in the oven. I'd sure love to see in the comments below what you've been eating as you resist veganuary and resist not eating meat the rest of the time. Because when you eat some meat, you're going to get healthier. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time.